major bust by Johannesburg police officers confiscated counterfeit goods valued at 9 million rand in a swoop in the CBD. That was yesterday alone. So for more on this, I'm joined in studio now by Matapelo Peters, who's the spokesperson for the Gauteng SAPS. That's Brigadier to you. Thank you so much, Brigadier, for joining us this afternoon. Tell us about this big swoop, 9 million rand worth of counterfeit goods. That says something about our society.
Yes, indeed. And good afternoon to your viewers, Faith, and thanks for having me. This 9 million rands worth of goods that were confiscated was only yesterday. On last weekend, we confiscated over 14.2 million rands worth of goods. And I don't know if you can remember, in August, we confiscated goods that were over 200 million rands in the Johannesburg CBD. Yeah. So this is quite big, because what we are doing now, we are moving in on the manufacturers and the supply points, and we find that that is where we are finding these big consignments of counterfeit goods.
So I've got two questions. My first question is, for the mere fact that you're able to confiscate 9 million rand worth of goods, that means that there is a market for 9 million rand worth of goods. In other words, after you've done all the confiscating, how do you stop the culture of people purchasing counterfeit goods which are sold at a much cheaper price than you would at a normal store where you can find the legitimate original make of it? But there's a bigger issue here. It's around society and societal culture to go in and purchase those very same counterfeit goods.
You are right, Faith, and that is why we deliberately now are going at these manufacturers, because we believe that the illegal traders on the streets, your small businesses that are selling these goods, once the supply is suffocated and killed, then this trading will stop, because you cannot stop somebody from how they spend their money. It is their money, but some of them don't even know that what they are doing is them being an accessory to crime. So that is why we are looking at the bigger picture and dealing with the manufacturers and stockists of these counterfeit goods.
Let's talk about the manufacturers. Where are they based? Are they locally based? In other words, are there manufacturers in South Africa and plants in South Africa where they're actually specializing in the manufacturing of counterfeit goods?
Yes, indeed. I can confirm that in August, when we were doing these raids in the Johannesburg CBD, in one building we found a whole floor where it was basically a factory. We found logos, we found stickers of different brands, we found clothing materials. So we believe that they are within our society, although we are not saying that there aren't those that are being brought into the country through illegal means.
Okay, so then the people that are manufacturing these goods, are they individuals, are local businessmen, are they foreign nationals? Where do we sit when it comes to the scale of the Let's go to the top now of this monster, the manufacturers. Where are they from?
For now, we cannot confirm, because what we have found that, and I'm sure you know, in August, we arrested 10 of our own who had been involved in tipping off these people and things like that. So many a times, yes, we do find the goods, but then there are no suspects to be arrested. But like this one of yesterday, there was one suspect that we arrested, and he was a foreign national.
Okay, and then on the other side of it, I also heard a report that, in fact, it was one of the raids where you got into the actual building in itself and you found that it was completely empty. It was empty, and almost as if though they had been tipped off once again that, listen, the law enforcement is actually coming through, remove and evacuate yourself. So then the question is, if these individuals are being tipped off, surely they're being tipped off by somebody within the SAPS. And if it's so, how many moles do you have in the SAPS? And what does that say about the ethics behind the badge?
Before we even go there, I need to clarify that what we found when we got to the operations this one time was not empty places, but rather the shops had closed, which is quite unusual for a business day at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we definitely then figured that they had been tipped off. However, because of our intelligence system, we were able to, within 24 hours, arrest, I think it was 2 of our own, who we believe had given these people tip-offs, because even some of the loot we found in buildings, stashed in cars. I think we confiscated about 40 cars that were loaded to capacity with some of the counterfeit goods. So in terms of our anti-corruption strategy within the police, we are dealing with corrupt elements within our system.
Are they getting arrested?
They are arrested. They are arrested. Just, it's not related to counterfeit goods, but just 2 days ago, we arrested one of our own who was selling application forms to aspirant applicants, because we are now on a recruitment drive trying to recruit new constables into the training of the police. So we arrested one of our own who was selling applications form for 3,000 rands. So we are arresting them. It's not something to be proud of, but it's something that needs to be done just to make sure. I mean, the provincial commissioner even said that we would rather be few in the police service than to be many and then have amongst us those who are corrupt.
You know, it's so sad when I speak to you. It's just to say that many individuals don't see this as a service. They actually see it as a means to an end. And that's quite disheartening, especially when given the fact that we've got lives that need saving in this country. But Brigadier, I know it's not going to be the last time that I speak to you. So thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon.